Lords, I too would like to record my gratitude to the noble Lord Steele for securing this important debate. I believe the Bible has something to say about the difficulty of trying to build a structure on sand, and it's equally difficult to try and build peace on the politically motivated prejudice and hatred we see in Israel and Palestine. Seeing others as lesser beings through the distorting lens of prejudice has long been a cause of conflict in much of the world. Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh faith, was a witness to terrible suffering from claims of superiority of one belief over that of others, and he bravely declared that despite superficial differences of diet, dress and faith, we are all equal members of one human family. A world reflecting on the horror and carnage of 2 world wars also gave expression to the same sentiments in the UN Declaration of Human Rights, which also emphasizes the common humanity, dignity, equality and human rights of all members of our one human family. My Lords, the root cause of the tragedy of Palestine today lies in the Balfour Declaration of 1917, which contained 2 irreconcilables. In the questionable belief that Jews could only prosper in a country of their own, it promised a Jewish state in the land of Palestine, while paradoxically stating that nothing would be done to harm the civil and political rights of those already living there. Since the creation of Israel in 1948, Palestinians have seen a constant erosion of their rights and the seizure of their land by the new state of Israel, sadly helped by the United States, Britain, and other European powers. Nothing can justify Israel's expansion of its borders to twice its original size, nor the creation of dozens of settlements in the dwindling area of Palestine. Legitimate anger from these policies is met by brute force, often against unarmed civilians. We've seen the systematic demolition of Palestinian property and the eviction of Palestinians in East Jerusalem and the West Bank. In Gaza, with 40% unemployment and people starving, all access by land, sea or air is controlled by Israel. A much talked about 2-state solution with large Israeli settlements dotted right across Palestinian territory is now completely unviable unless Israel withdraws to its 1948 boundaries. Even if it were possible, I would still be concerned. 2-state solutions are a sure way of converting transient suspicion and distrust to permanent hatred. Think of India and Pakistan with 2 full-blown wars. Think of Cyprus, and closer to home, the partition of Ireland and the ensuing century of violence. I believe that the way to more enduring peace lies in a single state in which both communities enjoy equal rights and recognize common interests, supported by the Western powers, common interests of security and economic well-being. It can begin with small initiatives and lead to wider collaboration and a lasting peace built on mutual respect.